If you're using the wrong pressure washer on your car, you're wasting time, making car washing far too difficult, and you could actually be damaging your paint. So today, I'm putting my MaxFlow MPro 25 Gen 2 through its paces, and I'm going to show you the right way to set it up before you even pull that trigger. In this video, I'll show you how to add the oil, connecting it up, best way to use it for car washing, what makes this MaxFlow MPro 25 Gen 2 perfect for car washing, and I'll answer typical frequently asked questions and share what's been improved over the Gen 1 version. Now stick around because I'm going to show you that one critical step, and it's the difference between this pressure washer lasting 20 years or a whole lot less. Now I'm always looking for a better and easier way to get my own cars clean without babying them for several hours. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly if this MaxFlow MPro 25 Gen 2 is best for you. And by the way, MaxFlow sent me this one to review, but everything you're about to see is my honest take, good and bad. I recommend buying the bare pressure washer only, not the more expensive full package with the gun, hose, and foam cannon included. I'll explain why in a minute. Now in the box we have the printed quick start guide, and there's a QR code on the unit itself that links to the full digital manual. There's also an Allen key, oil fill bottle and oil, nozzle cleaning wire, and of course the four 1 to 40 degree nozzles. Now I could read you a spec sheet, but here's what actually matters for washing your car. 1500 PSI and 2.5 gallons per minute. That's the sweet spot for cars. Enough to blast brake dust off a wheel, but not so much that you're stripping clear coat if you're just a little bit careless around that paint. The pump is a commercial grade crankshaft driven triplex pump, not the typical wobble plate axial pumps you find in consumer units. This design is much more durable and maintains water pressure better over time. A brushless permanent magnet motor. No brushes to wear out, so it just runs cooler, quieter, and stronger, but lasts longer. And on this Gen 2, they've tightened up the machining even more, so it's noticeably quieter than the Gen 1 I reviewed. But I'll detail the improvements over the Gen 1 a little later. A real-time LED light bar on the pump housing. It fills in green as you dial up the pressure, so you're not guessing what you're actually putting out. It's compact in size, and it weighs just under 25 pounds. One of the ways MaxFlow gets these to last for about 20 years of DIY washes is by making the pump oil replaceable. But you also need to fill the MaxFlow with the supplied oil. Just flip it upside down using the packaging material supplied with the pump to hold it in place. Open and remove the drain plug and then fill with the supplied oil. You'll need to fill it slowly because the air inside the pump is being pushed out as the oil fills the reservoir. Then just hand tighten the drain plug. Just note that the drain plug is magnetic and that'll keep that oil a lot cleaner. Keep the bottle and the Allen key for future refills. The remaining setup is generally easy. Attach the garden hose, hand tighten the nut, don't force it, don't turn the water on yet. Attach the high pressure hose to the unit. Pick your nozzle. For car work, that's the 40 degree white tip. Now turn on the water. Point the gun somewhere safe. Pull the trigger and hold it for about 30 seconds. That purges the air out of the lines before starting. Plug the GFCI with that long 35-foot electrical cord into a dedicated 15 amp outlet. Press test, press reset. You should see a solid green light. Power it on. Dial in your pressure with the knob. Typically full power for exterior washing, and watch that light bar fill up green as you go to full power. Sure, it's got all this power and control, but here's my one gripe. Gen 1 or Gen 2, doesn't matter. They'll need a dedicated 15 amp outlet. So that's something to plan around before you buy. All right, now for the part you actually care about. How does it perform on a real car and how easy it is to use? First, foam. I'm using the foam cannon setup with about an ounce of foaming car soap in a mostly full reservoir of hot water. You get a thick, clinging foam that actually dwells on the surface instead of just sliding right off. For the rinse, I'm running the 40 degree nozzle, full flow. At max pressure, it's perfect for knocking loose dirt and debris off without being aggressive on the paint. And then wheels and tires. This is honestly where this thing shines. That combination of pressure and flow rate makes quick work of the brake dust and road grime that lesser pressure washers just can't even touch. One safety note, because it matters. At over 1,000 PSI, you've got to respect your distance and your nozzle choice. Stick with that 40 degree tip. Now remember what I said at the top. Here it is. The pump is rated for about 300 hours of use. That's roughly 1,000 car washes. But it needs an oil change around every 80 hours. For me, that's about every 6 to 7 years. that LED indicator light on the unit turns orange to tell you when it's due. So be sure to keep the included Allen wrench and refill bottle so there's no excuse to skip it. Skip this and you're cutting the life of that pump short. All right, I'll answer some quick questions. Is 1500 PSI actually enough for a car? Yes, for cars somewhere around 1000 to 1500 PSI is genuinely ideal. Any higher and you're just increasing your risk of paint damage for no real benefits. How is this brushless motor different from a regular pressure washer? It's night and day. You get variable speed control, quieter operation, and no brushes to wear out over time. A normal induction motor loses power as those brushes wear down. This one doesn't. How long is this thing actually going to last? With that triplex pump and the brushless motor, you're looking at about 300 hours of use, which for me is about 20 years of DIY regular use, not a couple of seasons like a lot of those big box units. How long's the warranty? This MaxFlow 25 has a 3-year warranty when used at home for the do-it-yourselfer, more than just about every other do-it-yourself consumer electric pressure washer. Can I use the MaxFlow MPro 25 Gen 2 with aftermarket foam cannons? Absolutely. The standard quick connects work with most aftermarket cannons. Just double check the restrictor orifice size because some need to be swapped for best results to maximize performance. Now I use a 1.25 millimeter orifice and it works perfectly. Why not buy the MaxFlow MPro standard kit instead of just the pressure washer? Because the included hose is just too short, the gun with its attached wand is difficult to use, and the foam cannon produces marginal foam at best. You're far better off putting what would be the additional cost toward much easier to use accessories, like I have here on mine. I've got an upcoming video on the specific upgrades I use and why, so like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss that video. And by the way, if you saw my review of the original MPro 25, the Gen 1, quick note on what's actually different here. The Gen 2 runs quieter. As you can see at the peak, it's about 6 decibels quieter, and when ramping down, 4 decibels. The trigger feel is tighter with less ramp up and down when spraying, and there's more corrosion protection on the pump surfaces for longer life. Same excellent core machine, just a bit more refined. If you want to check out that video for yourself, I've included a link in the description below. Now, I just love my MPro 25 Gen 2 electric pressure washer. It's perfect for DIY car washing, but you need the correct hoses, gun, foam cannon, and a couple other accessories to get the best results. And I'm covering the whole lineup of upgrades I actually use in my next video. Click over here for that one, and I'll see you there.